Welcome back to Catch Visuals. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the new subscribers. This is going to be a rant video, and it's coming from a good place, man. This is a positive bomb. This is a love bomb. This is a love spell I'm trying to put on you. This is information I'm trying to embed in your heart and embed in your mind so you can really shine like you're supposed to. So check me. So I've been in this industry going on 4 years, right? So I can't speak for nobody else that been in this industry, or that some people say, oh, that's not a long time. I literally heard that today, you know, when I was having a conversation in the galley with a few guys about my vision, you know what I'm saying, about my aspirations outside of this maritime industry. And they was like, you ain't been here that long to be acting like you want to leave and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about? It's people with lives outside of this industry. It's people with success outside of this industry. This is just one way to get it. This is just one way to invest and save your money quickly, because you don't have to spend it on gas, food, and just stuff that you don't even need to be buying anyway. You feel where I'm coming from? So again, when I first started in the industry, I must tell you, it's easy to get off the ship after your first year or whatever, or first few months, and really just go crazy spending, because you don't have you feel like you're entitled to spend all the money you made, or at least some of it, you know, treating yourself for working hard and staying solid for the season, or for your rotation, right? Some people feel like, hey, I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna drink, or I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy this and that. Feel me? No problem. You know, in moderation, of course. But I want y'all to know this, man. I've been in the industry going on 4 years. I didn't cry before my first year. I cried on the job before. My first time crying ever. Commercial fishing. Hardest job I've ever done in my life. I'll never forget it. And the season wasn't that good, and so I didn't make a lot of money, but I met a lot of good guys with good hearts, and a few guys went off and started businesses. This is in 2020 now, all right? So check me. I think he was like breeding dogs or something like that, something that's real lucrative, whatever the case may be. It's no end to somebody's vision. You couldn't stop that. He came back the following season. Even though I was like, hell no, I ain't going back to this commercial fishing. It was very difficult. The work environment was brutal, and like I said, like, it take a lot for me to really just shed a tear about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But for real. He went back another season. I guess he needed the bread, and because, like I said, the season was not good as far as the market, as far as the sale of the fish. It was very low that year. This was when COVID was going on, I believe. So it was not a good year for fishing. I've been in the industry, commercial fish. I changed companies and went cargo ship, right? And now I'm on the Great Lakes. So there's a little perspective for you. All this in 3 years is some change, right? So some people were like, oh yeah, you're successful, you know, you made it. Your life is complete. You have nothing else that you should want to accomplish outside of this, besides getting off the ship after you complete a voyage, and then just do whatever you do usually. You know, some people have that mindset. And I'm not talking down on nobody, but that's just being honest, right? The conversations I be hearing on this ship or anywhere I work is usually not CEO, executive, you know, boss conversation. It's usually some funny stuff or some stories about. I heard a lot of good sea stories. Or just time fillers, just gap fillers, you know what I'm saying? Just to finish your watch and just knock off and then just go chill, you know, like it's really not nothing that's gonna really give you the drive to like better yourself. These conversations that I hear a lot of, majority of, unless I bring a conversation that's, sometimes I can talk about silly stuff too, right? But again, I'm talking to the cats that's like, I wanna reach out to y'all that's just trying to come into the industry, right? And it's trying to like give y'all some guidance. And that's coming from a guy that's going on 4 years, right? And I'm overall happy with what I've accomplished so far as for myself, not just, you know, for what I've done for a job or a company, because I don't love these companies. I don't love these jobs. I don't love these people. Look, I'll tell you a story. This one cat just a few weeks ago fell off the ladder and split his heart. He fell on his head and split his hard hat, right? Just like, he's a mate. Just like that, 2 days later, it was another mate that was just graduated from Maritime Academy coming to take his place. But when the guy that fell went to the hospital and came back, he was checked out to be all right and fit for duty, and he was all right, even though he was like walking real weird, like he was real messed up, like he really like went all the way down, and it's like his whole side was like, he was a little twisted a little bit. I was like, whoa, man. But just like that, this company will replace you. So don't get to thinking like, you know what I'm saying, you get here, I be seeing cats that be here for a while and they feel like they bigger than the company or some stuff like that. Or again, that's just one story. Another story is, it's cats out here that been out here so long to where they be so twisted in themselves, like they don't be happy. They be so twisted because they have nothing else going on that can get them out of here as far as what they really want to do or what they really want to accomplish in their lives. Some people just keep sailing and sailing and sailing. I mean, yeah, at some point, to me, I can only speak for myself, at some point, coming into this industry, you have to make a decision. I don't think it's wise to drink yourself to stupidity and to keep trying to forget all. I think that's why people drink, so they can forget. You see, I want to remember, so I'm going to tell y'all, please don't come out here with no vices. And if you do, it ain't going to help you none as far as investing. And if you come out here and you see cats that been out here longer than you, and they so twisted and they got an attitude all the time, don't take it personal. Because really think about this. Is it what they really want to do, or is it, or had they become a bot of some sort, or some sort of just indentured servant, some sort of brainwashed, indoctrinated individual who once had aspirations to come into this great industry and see places and travel, and then next thing you know they feel stuck. But it don't happen all at once. It's a slow process. Next thing you know, they get a little less joy out of it and a little less enthusiasm when doing work. You know, and it's a slow process. It don't happen real fast, so they don't even know. You know, they don't even recognize the change in themselves. But see, when you got a new cat like me coming to the space and I'm meeting people and I'm positive, you know, I try and keep my positivity at least neutral or minimal to a degree to where it's like I'm not negative. So I'm like, all right, cool. You want to be a jerk? I ain't got to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But I got to because we work on the same ship. So to some degree, I have to put up with your foolishness and your bad attitude. But again, thinking about these cats that been here a long time and they become twisted, and some cats sell their soul to the company, don't even know it. That ain't me. I'm not telling you to come into the industry because I want you to be a slave or indigent servant to some company that will replace you like that. Okay? So keep that in mind. Like, I want y'all to be CEOs at some point. I want y'all to be bosses. I want y'all to be thinking outside of this job and keeping yourself on a path that's gonna bring you something fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Please don't come out here and just follow behind people that just want to get off the ship and drink want to go off the ship and go to the club, want to go off the ship and spend money because they feel like that's how they impress people, or that's what makes them happy. And really, when you, or even better, please do not build your lifestyle. This is a shot at all the captains that I work with. Please don't set your lifestyle up to where you have to be dependent on the company even more so, because if you did decide to leave and take a lower pay cut or whatever the case may be, that you can't afford to leave because your lifestyle is too expensive at this point. So now all this I'm telling you is all something for y'all guys and girls to think about, because it is actually females on this ship. It's a chief engineer, she's here right now. It's a chief bosun, she's here right now. You know what I'm saying? So any guys or girls, it's a chief mate coming back very soon. So this is for men and women in this industry. Do not come out here and think it, and don't make the same mistakes I've seen a lot of cats make. Have I made those mistakes that I'm talking about? Yes. Completely? No. So I still can redeem myself. So I'm speaking from experience and from looking at other people's situations and looking at their experiences. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When do we make an adjustment to what we do? They call it and disguise it as fun, but really it's really ruining our future, ruining your happiness, ruining your productivity, ruining your mind, and ruining your vibe, because you can't shake these things that you attach yourself to, or you can't discipline yourself enough to really, you can't step outside of yourself and say, hey, this is where I need to make adjustments at, so I'm gonna take that time and really meditate on it and make those adjustments. I'm gonna start on this day, or whatever the case may be. The willpower to do those things, to make a change, to really say, hey, all right, I'm gonna cut the crap, because I don't want to be like that guy that's so miserable working the same position I'm working, but he been here 20 years longer, 10 years longer. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't figured out nothing else yet outside of here. These are the conversations I want to have with y'all. These are the gems I'm dropping. It's not a game. All right, it's fun. It's fun to laugh and crack jokes with certain cats. I don't mind roasting you. I don't mind saying, hey boy, I'm about to roast your ass look like such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with having fun and enjoying things out here and just having a camaraderie with good people that's like-minded. But please don't get caught up in the drama, and please don't get caught up in people's position because they think they own something out here, but really you're just an employee just like me. But they have this idea in their head that they're better than me because they've been here longer, or because they have more connections, or they know people in the office, or whatever the case may be. Like, people like that, it's like they're agents or something like that on some Matrix stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I hear what you're saying, but why are you saying it like that? Like, you really got some backing from these people that actually own this ship. You're an employee, my good friend. Like, chill with that energy. Your energy is. See, I don't be like people with energy sometimes. So that's where we get the. That's where I get the, looking at you like, yo, do you even know how, like, off you are as far as like your love for this company, that you think, dude, they was about to replace you, but you still acting like you just this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing wrong with being professional. Don't get me wrong. Be professional. There's a lot of cats that's not professional. I consider myself professional mariner. I am. But there's a lot of cats that take it to another level to where it's like, yeah, like they just, that's all they sleep, they dream about. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Please, man, like, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy when you come to the industry and you gotta train a new guy and you wanna act like he's beneath you or something. That type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. I done seen a lot, and I done been around enough cats to be like, all right, some of these cats are just dumb. And I'm just gonna say it. And they just don't even see how jacked up they is. You know what I'm saying? As far as in their thinking. Please don't be like them cats when you come out here. Get off this ship fall in love with learning, buy you some assets, invest, learn to day trade, learn to start you a business, become a CEO, do something that's gonna bring you joy outside of this company. Because honestly, some of these cats out here, they only got this job, or they only got that job, or they only got, the attachments that they attach them. They want to. Okay, granted, you spent 4 years in college going through a maritime school, college, right? And you really wanted to do this since you was a little kid, right? And that's all you wanted to do because you just love boats. I didn't see cats like that. But see, I ain't one of them cats. So I can't speak from their perspective. I don't know what that feeling is. I don't know what that feel like to just love the maritime industry and just always wanted to do this. Some of this is just a means of an income for most majority of the people that I meet. Right? So let's tighten up on that, ladies and gentlemen, and not get too caught up in the distractions and the illusions of people that they try and cast and put on you and make you feel like, that you aren't committed. It's like, no, I'm not, man. I'm committed to my happiness. And even the cats that been here way longer than me, that went to this industry through a maritime college versus hose piping and that really making great money and seem to be happy, man, I be having conversation with these cats, dude, and it just be like, yo, you just dumb. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in your mind, man. Keep that vibe, keep your vibe tight, and really try and position yourself. Once you bring all this money in that you making, uplift yourself to really do what you passionate about. This is just a means for income for me. This is not a passion of mine. But please come into the industry if it's gonna pay you better than land jobs, majority of them, unless you got a trade of some sort, like electrical. So don't be hesitant to come into the industry. I'm not trying to scare you off, but please be aware of the cats that you're gonna encounter that haven't figured out their next move. We playing chess out here, okay, ladies and gentlemen. We is playing 3D chess, really. We looking at the entire board. You know what I'm saying? At all angles. We not trying to be stuck looking around, trying to figure out what happened, and then regret not busting a move and making a move sooner. So now it's too late. So again, be wise, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your head up. Start you a business. Partner up with somebody if you got to. Learn, grow, think bigger than what you're thinking. Like even right now, this very second, think bigger. That's what this video is about, man. And I want to push that to y'all. So people that's coming in and they see this video, they hold on to some of the gems, because people not gonna just be freely telling you this stuff. See, and I just want to be honest with you. You're gonna meet a lot of good people with a lot of good money, and a lot of people. I done seen cats with 10 cars that work out here. So it ain't like you can't buy nothing and they can't afford nothing. But again, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at what cost? Can you quit today and say I'm all right? That's the question. Do you have enough assets to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take a year off from sailing. Can you do that? Can anybody? A lot of people I met cannot do that because this is all they know, and a lot of these skills that's out here aren't transferable on land. Besides some of them some of the cats in the engine room. So this is it's a career, but you can't take it nowhere else. So you're gonna have to motivate yourself to really say, hey, I'm gonna start 2 companies while I'm away. And let things flow, and let somebody else work the company for me while I still make this money. If you feel greedy like that, do it. But again, live within your means, and don't follow behind these people that's just been out here and they feel like they think they know everything. Because honestly, you ain't the owner of the company. You know what I'm saying? So people be acting like they big and bad and stuff. I totally don't vibe with that at all. Don't do that. Don't come out here and think you the man because somebody new or starting and you want to shit on them. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is Big Bro Catch Visuals, man. Y'all have a good day, and I hope these lectures won't too long. But I expect everybody that's watching this to watch this in its entirety because it's real. All right, so y'all be safe. Rastafari, one love. You feel me?